my name is Lee Shakotko of Interiors by Lee, and welcome to my basement renovation. The purpose of this little video series is to talk about, and using my own basement to do it, the different ideas and planning and that goes into any basement renovation, and hopefully you can get some great tips and advice from my own renovation. So the first thing I'm going to talk about on this video series is the initial planning stages. So as you can see from the basement right now, we're at the gyprock and mudding stage. This stage is really important to already have a lot of your space planning and even furniture placement done. Even though that seems really early, this is the time to plan for flat screen televisions, electrical, and of course a great lighting design. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the pot lighting design that I did. It is a basement, so we all hate the dark, dingy basements. So I really wanted to make it really bright and really light and bright here, and we do have a window in this area over here, but at the same time there is a patio, which you can't see right now, which goes over top, so it doesn't let a lot of natural light in there. So I wanted to make sure that when I did my lighting scheme that I spaced my pot lights out so it would give lots of light, which includes this gas line here and venting system. So we had to do a bulkhead here. So as not to create a lot of shadows, I had pot lights installed there, and then again on the other side of the bulkheads. And a pot light over in this area here, so we really evenly dispersed all the pot lighting so that it really lights the room up really nice and bright, which I think you can see here. The next thing to plan for is, as I mentioned, the electrical. So you can see here, you want to plan for your electrical when you plan for your furniture placement, and that way you'll know where you're putting a lamp, where you're putting electronics and things like that. So it's really important to kind of have a furniture layout done so that you know where you need outlets and that sort of thing. So the next spot we should look at is right here. So this is going to be our entertainment wall, and we've already gone ahead and we know this is where we're going to install our wall mount television. And this is the perfect stage because now, before the gyprock went in, we were able to hide the wires and install all the plug-ins and cables, electrical outlet here to plug in the television, and then you've got more outlets here and here on each side of the television for your VCRs, DVD players, and all that kind of mechanics that go with your television. And then everything, and all the wires are all hidden behind the gyprock. So this is the perfect stage to do all of that and have that all done. So we had to measure where we wanted the flat screen, and we're doing a wall mount fireplace with the stainless steel surround here. So we've kind of measured everything out so we know where our plugins need to be, which is really, really important because you don't want to install your plugins and not, and the TV not be going where it's going. So you have to make sure that you know exactly where you're putting all that stuff before you go ahead and wire it. The last thing that we should talk about at this stage is, of course, planning for lots of storage. And I have 2 small children, so as a lot of us have kids, we can never have enough storage, and it's certainly a really big need in this house that we noticed. So we took this wall here and we purchased 3 cabinets with closed cabinetry that will fill this entire wall of closed cabinetry. My kids love to do crafts and things, so it'll be a great place to hide all some toys, all kinds of crafts and supplies and things like that. So it's going to give us lots of storage on this wall here. This is where we have our panel box, which everybody has in their basement. But this was right in the room that we're going to be using for our family room. So to hide it, we had this built out, and we didn't want to waste any space. So we built this nice open shelving unit here with the nice open shelves, and we can use baskets to keep things in, and gives us lots of storage here. And then up in this area here, we're just going to install doors and trim this all out. You also could just put a hinge door on there and then hang a really beautiful piece of art there, which is another great idea to hide that. You always just want to make sure that you have this on a hinge or a door so that you can get at it if you need to. But now we've gotten this covered nice so we can get at it, and yet we've given ourselves lots of extra storage down in this area here. So all these tools will eventually be gone, and it'll be really nice and organized and pretty done. So, because this area right here is going to be zoned as kind of the craft area and home office area. So this is why this is a great solution and more storage for this area here. And then this area down here that we talked about with the flat screen and the fireplace is TV watching area there. The last thing is we should talk about is paint colors, because in a few days when this is all done, we'll be picking up paint colors. So at this stage you should be looking at what you want to do for paint color. This is a color from Benjamin Moore called Revere Pewter. I love this color. I love grays, and this has a little bit of a taupe, a little bit of a brown in it, a beige, and it's really, really nice color. It's very light. I didn't want anything dark down here because, again, I wanted it to be really, really light, and a lot of the furnishings and accessories down here are a little darker finish, so I wanted to make sure the wall color was really light. So the Revere Pewter is going to be on all of the walls, and I'm even going to wrap it up on the ceiling and back down again. So it'll wrap the entire room, even the ceiling color. The next color is this beautiful deep charcoal color. It's called Amethyst Gray. I almost forgot the name there. Amethyst Gray, and it's going to go down on this end wall where the TV is as a beautiful accent color. So it'll be really, really dramatic, really, really beautiful, deep, warm color. And it's great to do a color like that as an accent wall on a wall that you're doing a flat screen television, because your big flat screen is so big and so dark. This allows it to kind of balance the whole thing out when you ever have a big dark hole like your television. This nice dark color will make this all blend together really well and take away from the look of the big television. So it's going to be really, really beautiful, and then we'll have our nice shelving units on each side. So stay tuned for the next part of the video series. Next time we come back, hopefully the room will be all painted.